dotted line. Then it is in the form of dot. So the meaning of dot. Broken line. L is what? Broken line. What is M? Vertical axis. You know the meaning of axis? Yes. Vertical axis. And horizontal axis. O curve. Curve. Yes. O is curve. B fluctuating. Yes, line. Q.
Undulating here, right?
Yes, undulating line. Okay. See here, project manager. You know the meaning of project manager? Mister, project manager. Yes, a project manager for FDF. FDF is the name of the company. Okay. A manufacturing company gives a presentation on the reasons for choosing a particular location for a new plant. Listen to 4 extracts from his talk. Okay. 4 extracts from his talk and then match the extracts to the pictures. Okay. Okay. Not okay, right? You are going to hear now or to listen to a recording. Okay. A project manager is talking. He is talking. And you have these 4 pictures. You listen to 4 extracts, to 4 things, to 4 summaries. Okay. Then you have to match the summary. The first summary, for example, is about A, or is about C, or is about B, or is about G. Okay.
السماء
Unit 6, Part 3, Exercise 2. Listen to the beginning of a presentation. Is it a good introduction?
No.
And can you label its structure?
Sorry.
Thank you for...
Unit 7 now.
Unit 7, Part 2, Exercise 2. Listen to 4 extracts from a talk about choosing a new location for a plant. First time you listen, match the extract with the correct picture. Second time you listen, write down the key point about each picture. Extract 1.
My talk concentrates on the Kildale Gap location and the planning we have carried out so far. It's divided into 3 main parts. As you can see, this short introduction, then first a few words on the site at Kildale Gap, then an overview of the environmental costs. After the environmental costs, we'll look at other costs. After that, we'll break for a discussion. If everyone's happy with that, then we'll continue to...
Extract 2. Now, the first picture to show you on this, on the environmental costs, clearly shows...
C. Yes. So the first extract is about what? Picture C. Picture C.
Extract 2. Now, the first picture to show you on this, on the environmental costs, clearly shows that construction accounts for over 60%, while the environmental costs amount to around 12%, shown by this segment here. That's a lot less than the land purchase, which will continue to...
Which one is this?
Extract 3.
So it is what? About About A.
About A.
Yes, it is about A. Now number 3.
Moving on, I thought you'd be interested in a comparison, looking at the costs of environmental expenditure for Kildare Gap with some other possible sites. And as you can see by the chart, it's very good. In fact, it would cost well below the average. Only one is a small bit cheaper than the others would have been.
Now, which one?
Extract
B.
4.
Okay, so this is what? About B. Okay. Then,
This picture, the next one here, shows initial investment rising in the first year, beginning to fall during year 2, then you see falling after about a year and a half. Then the decline in investment costs will continue to decrease.
okay, now see here the next exercise. Each extract has what? It has key point. You know the meaning of key point, the most important thing. Now we are going to listen again to the recording and try to identify the key points. The key points or the most important things in each extract. Now you have to listen carefully. Okay.
Unit 7, Part 2, Exercise 2. Listen to 4 extracts from a talk about choosing a new location for a plant. First time you listen, match the extract with the correct picture. The second time you listen, write down the key point about each picture. Extract 1.
My talk concentrates on the Kildare Gap location and the planning we have carried out so far. It's divided into 3 main parts. As you can see, this short introduction, then first a few words on the site at Kildare Gap, then an overview of the environmental costs. After the environmental costs, we'll look at other costs. After that, we'll break for a discussion. If everyone's happy with that, then we'll continue to...
Yes. So what is the key point or the most important thing in this extract? As he said, he is talking about what? The structure of his presentation. He is talking about the structure of his presentation. So he said what? The talk has 3
points.
yes, 3 main points. The talk has 3 main points. Before what? Before discussion and yes, before discussion. Then we will come to the second one.
Extract 2.
Now, the first picture to show you on this, on the environmental costs, clearly shows that construction accounts for over 60%, while the environmental costs amount to around 12%, shown by this segment here. That's a lot less than the land purchase, which will continue to...
About what?
Extract 3.
About what?
Environmental cost, land purchase,
Yes, it is about what? About the costs. Okay. 20% of cost, or sorry, 12% of cost were what? Environmental. And 60%. Look at the picture. 60% is construction. Yes, so it is about what? The percentage of costs. Percentage of costs. Now number 3.
Moving on, I thought you'd be interested in a comparison, looking at the costs of environmental expenditure for Kildare Gap with some other possible sites. And as you can see by the chart, it's very good. In fact, it would cost well below the average. Only one is a small bit cheaper than the others would have been.
Extract 4.
About what?
He is trying to explain the figures in the bar chart. As he said, look at the bar chart.
No, here it is not the by, no, it is
Bar chart.
B.
The bar chart. So he said, look at the difference.
About it is about the cost of the site. It
Yeah.
will be what? Lower than the average. So
Yeah.
it is lower than the average. The average will be, for example, here, what is the average? You know the meaning of average?
Yeah, that's
Okay, here, the average will be what? 200. Yes, 200, the average will be 200. And it is lower than the average, so it is what? 170. Yes, 170. 170. Okay, so it will be what? It will be lower than this. It is the average of the cost, or the cost that the cost will be what? Lower than the average. Okay.
This picture, the next one here, shows initial investment, rising in the first year, beginning to fall during year 2, then you see falling after about a year and a half. Then the decline in investment costs will continue to decrease.
Yes, rising and falling of what? Investment. And they said that investment will start what? Rising, then it will what? Fall. It will fall. Okay. Now you have this. Here. Can you understand from this sheet here? Suggest the typical structure for how a speaker could describe a visual aid. How can you describe this visual aid? Such as the graph below, taken from a presentation. It is about what? Word inertia. We're going up the chimney, given at an environmental conference. See, we have this red line, global. Non-OECD and OECD here. Here's trends in carbon dioxide emission. You know the meaning of carbon dioxide? Yes, emission. Yes, carbon dioxide emission between 1950 and 1990. And OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development countries, developed world compared with non-developed countries. Look at it and try to understand what is meant by this chart. What does the red line mean?
The rising of carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide emission?
Yeah, is rising from 1995, I think. 1950s.
Right.
Increase of carbon dioxide globally.
See, in order to be able to do it, you have, on the next page, you have some blanks. Try to fill in the blanks. It is about this, to make it easy for you.